I'm going to darken all of this, right? Because now we need to kind of block in a little bit of textural effect with the darker color here, with the burnt sienna here, and then maybe a little bit of texture here with a, you know, a lighter red. Again, this is a similar process to what we have done with the watercolor. We're not focusing so much on the detail, but in this case on the texture, right? So first we block in the general color. Now we're gonna go over the texture, the general texture, and also deepening the base color. So with watercolor paper, the cold press watercolor paper, it's easier to obtain the textural effect, but to the detriment of the detail, right? Which it can be fine, can be interesting, because a color, I mean, a paper that is not completely flat helps you to achieve a more lively, in a sense, and more not sketchy, but fresh, immediate work. If you want instead to do achieve more detail, what you need to do, you need to use hot press watercolor paper. You're going to use hot press watercolor paper, and the wash is going to be flatter. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to manage the wash of watercolor. But as you start working in with the pencil for the detail are going to be very, very sharp, super sharp. So it's a compromise, right? And of course, it's going to be much more difficult to obtain the textural effect with the pencil on hot press paper, because you don't have the irregularity of the paper that permits you to do that, right? So one other thing that we can do is this. We can now take the blending stamp and also push this here, right? Do that. Push them out. We still have textural effect, but not so rough. That. And then go over it again. Now we need to erase that spot. Oh no. Sorry guys, I need to find the eraser. Where did I put the eraser? Here. Right, so now we kind of subdued a little bit the strong pattern, and I'm going to try to work on this area here, right? This area here like this. So we go now from the head here, all this detail, then we move on here from the dark color to the slightly lighter color, trying to achieve this pattern of fur, right? It's really dark, right? Very dark here. Now I want to break up the lines of the watercolor, and for that I'm going to use the point of the color pencil. So here also. When you draw a dark color like this, even try not to have a color that is too flat and too homogeneous. Even if there's a little bit of tone variation, slightly darker, slightly cooler, slightly warm, and not very evident. It's better than having a flat area of color, because it takes off the sense of depth, the sense of fluffiness. Yeah, even if it's just a minimum irregularity in the wash, right, or the area of color, is going to be good for this kind of subject, because it suggests the texture of the fur. Right? If instead it's flat, it creates a black hole where you stop perceiving the fur, you start perceiving the depth. Right?